Welcome back to my channel, guys. Today we are here to discuss about what is botany, zoology and microbiology. As I had mentioned this topic in my previous video, so without wasting any time, let's move on with our video. So, what is botany? Botany is the branch of biology dealing with plant anatomy and plant physiology, including environmental factors that affect their growth and development. For example, the plant life of a particular area. And you all know, father of botany is Theophrastus. And one of his books called Inquiry into Plants and Compound Microscope was invented by Robert Hooke in 1665. Now we will look on branches. Now we will see what are those branches of botany which we will study in this video. So there are tremendous number of botany branches, but we will study only 5 of them. Actually, there are only 5, so let's study. And number 1, plant pathology, which is quite interesting. So come, let's go on and see what is plant pathology. It is the study of organisms and environmental conditions that are responsible for causing diseases in plants. The mechanisms by which the diseases occurs and the methods of controlling plant diseases. Now the next one, plant ecology. Plant ecology studies the distribution of plants. How do the environmental factors affect plants and the interaction between plants and other organisms. Now the next one, paleobotany. Is the branch of botany that deals with the recovery and identification at plant fossils, thereby studying the evolutionary history of plants. Now we will go for the next one, which is archaeobotany. Archaeobotany is the branch of botany in which the scientists study as to how were the plants used by the people in the past. Understanding the medicinal and spiritual significances of a plant in the past. Now we will see for the 5th one, Forsynic botany. Forsynic botany is the use of plants and parts of plants such as pollens, seeds, leaves, etc. to investigate criminal or non-criminal cases, legal disputes or questions, to discover the causes of death of former location. So we will see now some importance. So now we will learn about importance of botany. Plants are an integral part of human life. They are used in various aspects of day-to-day lives. Botany studies the characteristics and uses of these plants and hence are very important. Now the importance of botany can be understood as follows. Number 1. Botany deals with the study of different kinds of plants and its uses and characteristics to influence the fields of science, medicine, and cosmetics. Number 2, botany is the key to the development of biofuels such as biomass and methane gas that are used as alternatives to fossil fuels. Number 3, botany is important in the area of economic productivity because it is involved in the study of crops and ideal growing techniques that helps farmers increase crop yields. The study of plants is also important in environmental protection. The botanists list the different types of plants present on earth. Different types of plants on earth and can sense when the plant populations starts declining. Now we will study what is zoology. Zoology or animal biology is the field of biology that involves the study of animals. It shows all aspects of scientific knowledge about animals like embryonic development, evolution, behavior, ecological distribution, and classification. Zoology is broken into many branches because there are so many different ways to study animals. And it is also broken into branches based on which animals are being studied. So now we will study about branches of zoology. Let's have a look at number 1, which is zoography. So zoography is also called descriptive zoology or zoogeography, is the study of animals and their habitats. It is concerned with the geographic ranges of specific populations of animals, their effects on the ecosystems they live in. So we'll study for comparative anatomy. So come, let's have a look at next one. Comparative anatomy is the study of similarities and differences in the anatomy of different types of animals. Closely related animals like mammals share common bones, even if their bones have been extremely modified in shapes. For example, bat wings are essentially very long, thin bones and are homologous to the ones in human fingers. Now the next one, animal physiology. It is the study of the bodily processes that occur in animals that allow them to maintain homeostasis and survive. Homeostasis is the ability of the body to maintain a relatively constant equilibrium even in a changing environment. So come have a look on ethology, which is the next one. Ethology is the study of animal behavior, usually in regard to in their natural environment as opposed to in a lab. Ethology has roots in the work of Darwin but emerged as a field in the 1930s. It involves the study of animal learning. So come have a look on behavioral ecology. Behavioral ecology emerged from ethology. It is the study of evolution as the basis for animal behavior due to ecological pressures, which are constraints placed upon organisms by their environment. Organisms with traits that are well suited to their environment. Now, zoology is also broken down into subcategories based on the type of animal being studied. So now let's have a look what are the subcategories. 1. Mammalogy, the study of mammals. Ornithology, the study of primates. Herpetology, the study of amphibians and reptiles. Ichthyology, the study of fish. And entomology, the study of insects. Lepidopterology, the study of butterflies and moths. Myrmecology, the study of ants. Coleopterology, the study of beetles. So these were the subcategories, and now we will look for the microbiology, which are the third number. So microbiology is the study of all living organisms that are too small to be visible with the naked eye. This includes bacteria, archaea, viruses, fungi, prions, protozoa, and algae, collectively known as microbes. These microbes play key roles in nutrient cycling, biodegradation, climate change, food spoilage, the cause and control of disease, and biotechnology. Microbes can be put to work in many ways, making life-saving drugs, the manufacture of biofuels, cleaning up pollution, and producing food and drink. So let's name some microbes. Number 1, bacteria. Number 2,
2, viruses. Number 3, fungi. Number 4, protozoa. Number 5, algae. Number 6, archaea. Number 7, prions. And microbiology has proved to be one of the most important disciplines in biology.